All right, what's going on, guys? Let's finish off some final touches on our 2D tower defense game. We're going to get some sound effects in there, so that will be really cool. Let's go ahead and open up the project where we left off. And one thing you should know, it's really easy. All we have to do is create a sound folder in our assets here. And if we go ahead and go to the assets folder that we included in this project, we have this sound FX, and you see all these wave files. And it's bad practice to use MP3 files because Unity does sometimes use weird compression and other sorts of things that can make your sound or your sound effects sound bad. So they recommend using wave files or I forget the other format, but don't use compressed files. So let's go ahead and drag this whole sound FX folder into our assets. All right, cool. So we see them right here. We have the arrow noise, death noise, fireball, game over, enemy hit noise, a new level. Actually, let's see what this is. Let's play it. Okay, yeah, that's our theme music. Very cool. And then when a new game starts, we have all these sweet, sweet noises. And then tower being built. So this is going to be a lot of fun. The first thing we want to do is go to our scripts, and we want to create another singleton. So go ahead and right click and say C# script. All right, and let's call this one our sound manager. And this isn't going to do much other than have private or getters and setters for all of our audio clips. It makes it just a lot easier to have it in one place so we know where to grab them. So go ahead and double click our sound manager. So we have our new sound manager. I want to have this open, and I also want to be able to have our sound effects so I can see them all. So go ahead and click on sound effects so you can see them, and then we'll have our window open right next to them because we have to make a variable for every single one of these noises. So let's delete this start and update. All right, so our first one, we want all these private ones serialized so we can drag the sound file into the inspector, okay? So serialize field. And we want to make private variables, and these are audio clip types. So audio clip, and then go ahead and the first one can be called arrow, and then another serialized field, and we want private audio clip, and then we can do death, and just keep going until we get all these done. Fireball, game over. Whoops, I had extra things in. Hit. Oh my goodness. Level. Oh, wait. Audio clip. Level. Audio clip. New game. An audio clip. Rock. And let's see. Private audio clip and tower built. Okay, so those are all of our noises. Our sound effects, I should say. And we want this to be a singleton, so we have to remember to inherit from our singleton class that we created. And go ahead and pass in sound manager. All right, let's delete this using systems. We don't need that. Okay, so now we need getters for all of these. I know this is really repetitive and obnoxious, but trust me, it'll be worth it. We're making sound effects. Our game is going to have noises, so that is cool. So just do public audio clip, and I'm actually going to copy and paste after my first one. So we're doing arrow, and then we need to do a get return lowercase arrow. We've done this enough. I think we know how to make getters and setters, but we don't need any setters. Just Lots of getters. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, obviously they can't all be named arrow. So let's go ahead and fill these in. The first one will return death. And then fireball will return fireball. Game over will return game over. Oh my goodness, the select sucks here. All right, hit will return hit. Level will return level. New game. Did I spell? We spelled new game wrong up above. All right, whoop. Let's go fix that. New game, get rid of one of those M's. All right, we're almost there. Rock. And then tower built. Tower built. And we need to capitalize the public variable. Okay, so this is all we're putting in our sound manager. We're just storing all of our sound effects clips. It's nice and easy. All right, so let's do the easiest thing first. Let's add our theme music. It's super easy. It's awesome. Let's create a sound manager game object. So go ahead and in the hierarchy, hit create empty. And let's call this our sound manager. All right. And let's go ahead and just drag our level theme music right into our sound manager. All right. And now if we select our sound manager, we see that level is here. And this nice and easy, right? So let's also add a component, the script we just wrote. So go to scripts and click on sound manager. And now you'll see all of our audio clips that we can add for our sound effects. It's really cool, right? Let's drag the sound manager into our prefabs so it kind of saves this. And then let's drag our sound manager onto the main camera. Let's drag our sound manager onto the main camera, and it'll be right below tower manager now. So let's go ahead and run this, and we should have theme music. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. It's nice and easy. With tower manager or sound manager selected, you'll see this option called loop. We want it to loop. Otherwise, it'll just play through once. We want our background music to continue to play, right? And then the volume, you can turn it down if you want to. I think it's a little loud for theme music. Let's see what that does. And let's run it again. Yeah, that's a lot better. So I turned it down to about 0.3. You guys can put it at whatever you would like. Now let's go ahead and connect all of our audio clips to the script we wrote. So if we just click on our sound effects, we can just drag arrow right onto arrow, death onto death, fireball, whoop, game over. Oh, it does not want to stick. There we go. And then hit, level, new game, rock, and tower built. All right, pretty cool and easy. Let's also go ahead and just hit apply, and that will save it to our prefab, just in case we accidentally delete our sound manager. Okay, now the next thing we need to do to be able to play our sound effects, we have to make a reference to our audio source so we can call each individual file when we want them to play. So let's go ahead and go into our game manager script. So if you open up our scripts, we can double click on our game manager. And we need to make a private variable. We can do it just right underneath our current state. So private, and we need it to be an audio source. And go ahead and just call this audio source with a lowercase a. All right. That is private. Now we want to make a getter to this because we want to play sounds from other scripts from our game manager as well. And since our game manager is a singleton, we can do that. So let's create a getter underneath the total money getter. And go ahead and just do public audio source. And then audio source with a capital A. And do get and then return audio source. All right, now we'll be able to access this reference anywhere in the game, which is really cool. One more thing we have to do, we have to get the component so we have a reference to this, right? So we have to do audio source equals get component, and then we have to look for the audio source that is attached to the game manager. And you are probably thinking like, wait, we don't have an audio source on the game manager. And you would be right. So now we have to add an audio source to the game manager. So let's go back to Unity, click on the game manager, and let's say add component. And we need to just type in audio source, and it's right here. So click that, and now we have an audio source. Let's go ahead and hit apply so it sets the component to our prefab just in case. All right, so now we have an audio source. We're not going to set a clip because we can only play one at a time. So we're going to be setting them all through code when we play. All right, so that's nice and easy. Let's go back to our code now in our game manager. All right, let's go down and play let's go to where a new game would start to play our first sound. So we need to find play button pressed. Okay, and if default ever happens, that means the play button is going to start a new game. So anywhere in this default, we could do it. So let's go ahead and just do it. We'll do it right at the bottom of everything, right before, above break, obviously. So let's call our audio source variable. All right, and then hit dot and say play. And now you don't want to use the play function. You want to play one shot. And the difference between the two is play one shot will complete the audio clip. And then, so it'll play a gunshot. It'll play multiple audio clips on top of each other without cutting them off. And that's what we want because we're going to have tons of arrows shooting and everything. And if you just did play, it would get cut off with the next noise. And play one shot completes each sound effect. So you'll just have a ton of noises coming on the screen. So that's awesome. So now do an opening and closing parentheses. And now we can call our sound manager singleton. So sound manager.instance. And we need to find our new game. So new game. And it's as simple as that. We should probably test this out and make sure we hear a noise when we press play. So let's go ahead and save it and then run our game. And when we first press play, we should hear a different noise. How cool is that? Pretty exciting stuff. All right. So we did that, and now we can add noises like when the enemy gets hit, we need to add a noise. When he dies, we need to add a noise. We need a game over noise. Let's just go ahead and look at them again. So hit, we just did the new game. Oh, right, and then we need to add each noise to every projectile. So that will be really cool. So let's do that. Okay, so let's open up our enemy script. Oh, I don't have it open, so we need to go to scripts, click on enemy. All right, so we need to, where our hurt animation plays, we need to call our hit noise, right? So let's see. All we have to do for that is go ahead and call our game manager dot instance dot audio source, and then play one shot, and then parentheses, and now we need to call our sound manager dot instance dot, and then I believe it's hit. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that'll make a noise for hit, and I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this. And now down here in the die method, we can go ahead and just wherever we want. I'm gonna put it right underneath where we add to total killed. And let's just change the dot instance to, I believe it's the death. Okay. So now our enemies will make hit noises and also die noises. So should we go ahead and test it? I think so, because hearing noises is cool. So let's press play and... Oh, cool. And then he dies. That's awesome. How much better does that make our game? I would say a lot better. All right, so now we're going to add noises to our projectiles. So let's go ahead and open up our Tower Manager script. And in the attack, not our Tower Manager script. We need our tower script. Sorry about that. Our tower attacks for us, right? Okay, so we're in our tower script. Let's scroll down to our attack method. And right underneath where new projectile gets created and placed, we're going to have a series of if else blocks here. So we basically just have to check for the projectile type and then play the corresponding sound, okay? So we need to do if new projectile dot projectile type, okay? And we have to see if this is equal to projectile type protype dot, and then we would do like arrow here. Okay, so if it's equal to arrow, we'll play a sound there. Else if new projectile dot projectile type is equal to protype dot fireball, we would play fireball noise. And then also another else if, so new projectile dot projectile type equals protype dot rock. Okay, so we have our if else block here. Now all we have to do is call the audio source that we want to play. So we'll do our game manager dot instance, there we go, dot audio source dot play one shot. Okay, now we need to call our, so in parentheses, call our sound manager dot instance, and we need our arrow noise, and it's right at the top here. There we go. And the parentheses, semicolon. And that's all we have to do. So I'm just going to copy and paste this again. So, whoops. So I don't have to write that all out. And then paste it one more time. And then inside the fireball if statement or else if block, let's just change arrow to fireball. And then down here, change it to rock. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and add one more noise. We have to have a noise for game over. So we need to go to our game manager. And the best place to do this would probably be, I mean, we're really not checking for anything except for where we, yeah, right here where we changed the game status to game over. And we actually made a comment here to add the noise. So let's go ahead and just call our audio manager or our audio source dot play one shot, and then in parentheses sound manager dot instance dot game over, end parentheses, and then let's save it. Oh, Why is it yelling at us? Cannot convert. Oh, I had game object. No, we want game over. There we go. All right, so save that and let's play it, and we should have a game full of noises. Sweet. And so we only have the one wave set right now. So let's go to our game manager, and maybe we should put this back to like 10, I guess. That would be cool. And we have to hear our game over noise though. So let's go into our code, and I'll just hard code it. You guys don't have to change this if you don't want to. I'm just going to so we can hear it. And let's see, I just have to find it. If total escaped is greater than or equal to, we'll say 3. So our first wave will just let walk past, and then we should hear our game over noise. Oh, sweet. We have our game over noise and our button changed states. And then we can start over. I think we got something pretty sweet here. And I just realized we need to... Well, I'll let you guys play the game to test to make sure the castle tower works and you can hear those noises. Or, I mean, actually the fireball, because we actually have to kill quite a few guys to get... Whoop. To get fireballs. We need 15 guys. But this is pretty cool. I just realized we almost forgot a noise, didn't we? We have to do the tower built noise. So we have to go into our tower manager. Click on asset scripts and then tower manager. And when a tower is placed, so we need a noise somewhere in here. So let's go ahead and probably right underneath by. Let's do game manager dot instance dot sound audio source dot play one shot, and then in parentheses sound manager dot instance dot build tower built. There we go. All right, let's save it and play it one more time so we can hear the tower being built. Oh, sweet. And we'll hear it one more time. One more time. Awesome. And those are our rock noises. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys, we have a pretty cool game. I think I'm excited to see how you guys customize the game over and play again banner. And obviously tweak anything, tweak numbers. You can tweak just about anything. And we're going to end this video here. And then after that, I'm going to show you how to just export this project so you can play it on your computer. And you can send the file to your friends and they can play it too, and it's really cool. So it's just a little fun thing. So I will see you guys next time. Then we will export our project to kind of be a real game so you can click on it and play. All right, guys, I will see you soon.